Morning, guys. Hi. Right. Hi. Right, let me sign in a few people. Who do we have here? How's everyone doing?
Good, thank you.
Right, Mo is here. Claire, Saskia, Tatiana. Nobody say anything. Everybody's good or everybody's not so good? Good. So and so, good. Right. So 1, 2, here we go. Okay. Hopefully then other few people will eventually show up. Right. So this is recording and let's start. There we go. Anybody dealing with any particular problems? Anything painful? Raise your hand if you need anything. No. Everyone is fine? Cool. Right, let's get started just with some basic movement as we did a couple of weeks ago. So from here, feet a bit wider than your hips, you're going to tuck your chin in. We're going to roll down all the way to the floor, rotate to one side. From there, you're going to try to bend to the side, so you keep one shoulder down, open the other one, open at the back. And we go bending to the opposite side, then we rotate down, back to center, and then you're going to reverse a movement to one side, and then back. You go all the way to the other side, to the center, and up. Let's do 3 in each direction. Hi, Javier. So it will be the other way around, Javier. So when you're down, we're going to go down, and then you're rotating towards one foot, and then the same side stays down, and you open the opposite side.
Oh, okay.
So you hand up here, and then back. And then the other side going down, and then the end that stays at the top closes over the foot, and then back to center. Right, if you're done, what I want you to do is to grab one small weight. If you have a small weight, it can be a bottle of water or it can be a big book. And if you have a yoga block, or it could be like a pillow or a rolled up towel. So we are going to do similar movements and specify them a little bit more into the spine. So when everybody's back and ready, That's it, everybody's back. So what we're going to do is still create a movement from the spine only. We're going to use a small weight to increase basically the load that goes onto our muscle, and we're going to use the rolled up towel or cushion or anything that is not too hard, so that is not too uncomfortable, to lock our legs in place. So what I want you to do is to place that towel, so it will be a little bit smaller, between your knees. So this will be the towel, the pillow, cushion, or yoga block if you have. So you can be a little bit narrower, you can be a little bit wider. It doesn't really matter, whatever you have. It's just something that you need to hold so that you're going to keep your legs in line. Now from here, we're going to use a small weight. It's going to be something around the 2 kilos mark. Don't use anything too heavy. And we're going to go through the movements that we did in the articulations, but we separate them. So from here, what I want you to do is to push that weight up to the ceiling, and you're really going to activate through your shoulders. From there, you're going to side bend to one side. Once you're there, you're going to rotate. So you're going to try to face up and then back to the side, stand. And then we're going to go to the other side, rotate, back, and back to center. So when I'm doing this, if you look at my hips, and that's why we have something to switch between the legs, they stay still. So I'm only bending and moving from my upper body. I'm not pushing my hips to the side, bending from the top, and from here I rotate. And again, because I have that cushion or block basically getting me to squeeze the legs, it should be easier to keep your hips in line at the front rather than rotating through your hips as well, and back. Then you're going to bring the weight down, and what we're going to do is we're going to go into extension by bringing the weight forward. So again, my hips don't really shift. I'm not pushing them forward, I'm not pushing them back. I'm simply trying to elongate through the spine, and imagine you have a shelf behind you and you want to go and rest on that. You are going to bring this back, and then we're going to flex. So again, tucking the chin in, use that weight to pull you down. Stay with your body weight on your entire foot. So when I'm going down here, I'm still centered on my foot. What I don't want to do is to be far back with my bum and all the weight being on my heels. So we are centered. If you have enough mobility, you're going to place the weight down, relax there, and then you're going to round back up. Now we're going to do 5 of each. You're going to go into your own time. So you're going to go side bend, rotate on one side, side bend, rotate the other side, extend, flex. Everything is done slowly and with control, and breathing. So deep breathing, get into your own time. So let's go. Claire, when you're doing that rotation, really focus on keeping your hips facing forward. Everything is through your spine. So it's gonna be probably a smaller movement, but try to keep it like mid-back. That is there, is not through the hips. Good job, guys. Dumani and Easy, if you get a chance to angle your camera a little bit higher, would be great so that I can actually see your entire body. That's it. Good, thank you, guys. Good job, everyone. Once you have done 5 of each, place your weight down and we get into a kneeling position. We're just waiting for everybody to finish. That's it. Right, guys, so next one, we're going to get into our kneeling position. We're going to warm up the shoulders. So shoulder articulations, I think all of you have done this at least once before. For today, we're going to go from just sitting on our ankles and feet. If you can, keep your your heels together and relax there so that we get a little bit of stretch to the front of the ankle and quads as well. Now, from there, we're going to start with the right arm. You're going to squeeze that right arm so that the elbow is straight and you can create tension throughout those muscles. Now, from here, you're going to start with the arm down the side. You start lifting and bringing that arm across, turning your palm up. The elbow is super straight, all the movement comes from the shoulder, and I'm not rotating through my body. So from there, I try to reach across while I lift up with my palm facing up. And I slowly keep lifting. Really tense everything as much as you can. Once you get to the top, you're going to start shrugging a little bit through your shoulder blade as well. You want this bicep close to your ear and shoulder close to your ear. Now from here, we start rotating the palm backwards. And we're going to start lowering the arm behind us, with the idea of keeping the chest facing forward and that arm staying in line behind us as much as we can. So we want to avoid to come down the side. We want to really try to force it back. Once we can't move anymore, you start rotating the palm up and try to cross behind you as well as much as you can. And relax down to the side. We're going to reverse this again. Tension through that arm, turn your palm back and start lifting behind and across your back with your palm facing up. Elbow straight, tense everything and go really slow. Lift as much as you can, straight behind you. Once you can't lift anymore, you start rotating from the shoulder and that palm will start facing up. And then keep lifting from there. And you're going to come back close to that here, shrugging, and then my palm turns up and goes across the body. And relax. I'm going to do the same with the left. So palm turns up, I start lifting through straight arm across the body. I will feel a little bit of stretch behind the shoulder. Slowly and keep lifting. Use the front muscles here. Should be tensing quite a lot. Lift through the shoulder blade as well. When you get at the top, rotate your palm back through your shoulder. And we're going to start lifting. Chest is facing forward. Rib cage is closed, try not to arch. And slowly lowering at the back. Start rotating the palm up and relaxing to the side. And then we start going backwards. So from here, I'm tensing, turn the palm up, cross behind the body and keep lifting. as high as you can without leaning forward. Once you can't lift anymore, you rotate through the shoulder, palm faces up the other way, and then keep lifting. Try to maintain that shoulder blade down until the last beat when your arm is up. Then you start shrugging a little bit more. And then from here, we rotate the palm up at the front and start lowering across the body. And relax. We're going to do one more rep on each side. You're going to go in your own time. Keep it slow and controlled. Keep a lot of tension. Saskia, create a fist so that you tense everything a little bit more. That's it, good. Good job, guys. Can you all hear me even now when the train is passing by? Okay, good, because it's so loud here. I don't know why at the moment there is a train every 2 minutes. Not when people go to work, but now that everybody's at home, there is a train every 2 minutes. Good job, guys. The last few people finishing off. And then we're going to stay sitting down. Right, next we're going to go for 10 tabletops. So what I want to see is your feet flat on the ground, your hands, try to do 5 and 5. So we're going to start with the hands facing back. From here, we're going to open the chest as much as we can. It's through the shoulders, so I'm not pushing my ribcage out, I'm opening the shoulders as much as I can. And then after I do that, I lift my bum, try to come up as tall as I can, look up as well if it feels comfortable, back down. You're going to do 5, and then you're going to turn your hands around, still keeping the elbows straight, and same thing, so shoulders open up, you're going to lift up, look back, down. See which one feels more comfortable and which one feels harder, and whether it changes in your arm. So the one that feels like stiffer and tighter through the arm is probably the version that you will generally need to use to feel more release. So go for 10 in your own time.
What are the 2 versions?
So the 2 versions will be, one, your hand is facing back, and the other one will be the hand is facing you. So it's turned in towards your buttock. If you can't do this, you can go halfway, but try one back, one facing in. Tatiana, try to come up with your hips first and get to a flat body, and then look up, because you're looking up straight away and your hips don't come as high as they can. Yeah, that's it. Now looking back. Should feel like you did a little bit more in that rep. Yeah, perfect. Good job, guys. Good. When everybody's down, we're going to face down. So let me come this way. So everybody have a look at me first for the first rep, and then you do it, just because I need to get you to face down, so you may not realize what we're doing otherwise. What I want to see is that everybody's going to be laying down on the front. The legs are going to be squeezing together, and you're going to tuck your pelvis under. So you're kind of in a hollow position. From there, we're going to have forehead down on the ground, and you're going to keep it there the entire time. Your hands are going to start behind your lower back, and you're going to relax down through your shoulders. Now, from here, you're going to bring your shoulder blades. So the movement comes from here, that mid-back section. You're going to bring the shoulder blades down together. That will lift your elbows up. Your forehead is still going to be down here. I'm just lifting up to get you to hear everything. So up here, then what we're going to do is create a fist, and we're going to extend the arms from where they are. So if I squeeze and my elbows are up here, now I extend, keeping the elbow exactly where they were. From there, I'm going to turn the palms down, and again, I try to maintain that level. Then I start drawing a really big circle until I get overhead. So you'll be down here, reaching away overhead, and then you're going to bring your arms back to that same position. You're going to turn the palms up, maintaining your shoulders open. You're going to bring your hands in, and then you're going to relax those shoulders. So things that we want to avoid is while we rotate, going down. So you need to fight and keep those hands up. You can have a little target. You can have something in front of you that you want to make sure you clear. So you start feeling you're touching, you activate a little bit more to lift up. And the other thing is when we are coming back and we need to bend the elbows, we don't want this to happen. Yeah, so we don't want to rotate in with the shoulders by bringing the elbows in. We want to stay open, keep the chest open while we fight to bring the hands behind the lower back, and then relax. So you're going to go for 5 reps. Again, slow and controlled in your own time. And every rep you try to keep those hands a little bit higher up. Dumani, you're really good at the start and the halfway through, and then your arms are really diving in. Use that foam roller in front of you. Put it like 10 centimeters away from your head standing, and make sure that you don't go and touch it. So the foam roller that you have in front of you, yeah, put it in front of your head. So you'll be, yeah, exactly, but I want it the other way around. So it would be up here, and you have to clear. Yes. You can fight for that range. Javier, relax your forehead on the ground. Keep your head down. That's it, really on the mat, relax down. Helen, I want you to slow down like 10 times that movement. The range is good, work through it. Julia, that looks quite good, but when you are overhead, try to maintain your elbows straight. they are bending a little bit. Also, guys, if you are tight on space, you can go one arm at a time. I see that Claire is already doing that. People that are like 2 people in the same room may struggle with space. Go one arm at a time. Cool. Almost everyone is done. That's it, all done. So guys, we're going to stand up again. We're going to move down to our hips. So we're going to go back to a movement similar to the one we started with. From here, we're going to move from our hips instead of our spine. So you're going to push those hips forward by squeezing and tucking in your bum. And then the hips come out to the side. Then we'll go behind you, other side, and then forward. And when I go forward, I'm really squeezing my bum. And then I'll be moving to the side, out, back, other side, forward. So this time my shoulders stay on top of my feet and the hips are drawing a circle around the area where my feet and shoulders are. Before we move the shoulders out of the base of support, now it's the hips that create that circle. I want you again to go really slow and controlled and use this to try to feel where you're tightest. Around your lower back, around outside the hips, inside of the hips. We're going to do 3 in each direction. Good. Then when everyone is done, you're going to go into a wide stance, like for a sumo deadlift, sumo squat. From here, you're going to turn your knees out. So try to maintain the knees in line with your toes. And we're going to squat down, sinking in, and standing up. And we're going to go for 10. So when you're going down, you're really pushing your knees out. And the other thing I want you to focus on, if you look down at my feet, so I'm here, I'm squatting down, and my big toe is still in contact with the floor. I'm gripping the floor slightly with my feet. What I don't want to do is to push the knees out and finish on the outside of my foot. The foot stays strong on the floor. At the same time, I'm pushing those knees out. And then I push the floor away and stand up. 2 more. With each breath, you try to sink down towards the floor a little bit more. Once you're done, you're going to still stand up with your legs wide. You're going to turn sideways to the camera if you can, so that I can see your side. And I know who is done, who is not. Good, looks like everyone is done. Now, from here, you're going to have your arms out to the side, hands through your shoulders, through your arms, and tense everything into your body. You're gripping the floor with your feet, as I just showed you, and from there, we're going to do 10 good mornings from this position. Your legs and knees stay straight. You're going to lower yourself as far as you can. We are straight back. And from there, you're going to come back up. And then down, up, squeezing the glutes on the way up. Down, when we're down, back is straight, legs are straight, and you should really feel the work here. And then I squeeze my glutes and come up. Get to 10 reps. Good job. Nice. And when we're doing this, guys, don't worry about how much you're going down. Just try to feel that work at the back of your legs and maintain your back straight. I want to see the back straight rather than you going down further. We are rounded one. Okay, everybody seems to be done. Next one. We're going to go for a 10 Cossack squats. So you're still going to have that wide stance. We're going to squat down to one side as far as we can. That knee is in line with our toes. We try to sit down. The other leg is straight. Stand up from there. And you're going to lower on the opposite side. So my knee is striking my toes and it's really pushing forward on the toes. I sink down as much as I can. Stand and go the other side. 10 in total. Hold a couple of seconds at the bottom position in each side, guys, before coming up. Good. We're going to stand knees together once we're done. So feet and knees together. You're going to sit into a quarter squat. You're going to keep your knees together and you're going to push them to one side. So your hips will move to one side and knees to the opposite. And then you reverse that. And you're going to do 10 each side. So we're going to get the lower body used to move it in different positions and directions. Good. Once you're done, you're going to stand into your squat stance. And from here, guys, we're going to do inside squats. Again, we're mobilizing those knees and we're trying to strengthen them in position that we don't usually go into. So before doing anything, I'll show you what full inside squat is. So a full inside squat will be more or less my squat stance, will be me bringing my knees forward and going as low as I can and coming back up. Now, this is a hand goal. This is not what you're going to do right now, but that's to give you a picture of what it will be. From here, the first thing we're going to do for now is to let those knees come in and touch if we can. So if you need, you may bring your feet a little bit closer, touching and coming back up. And you're going to sit just in a quarter squat and up. We're going to do 10 reps. And I want everybody to go to a level where they are comfortable. You shouldn't feel anything pulling. You shouldn't feel anything like pushing through. Because this is a most vulnerable position for our body, which we want to train so that we are strong in case we end up there. But of course, we need to be mindful of that position so we're not pushing through. And this is not something you do with weights. Good job. Nice. Once you're done, we're going to sit down into our squat position. And then from there, we're going to move on one side and bring the opposite knee down. Come back to the squat. Move to the other foot, rotating by bringing the leg down, up, down, up, down. And I want you to go through the bottom of the squat. So we're going to stay as low as we can. Again, everything is low and controlled. And the idea is that you maintain your bottom where it is. You don't come any higher when you're bringing the leg down. So if somebody is really struggling with the bottom squat position, you can use a counterweight in front of you. You can hold on to something. Yeah, that's it, Dimitri. So you can have that kettlebell in front of you, hold that bottom position, and then you shift side to side. Good job, Mo. Now, from there, we're going to take that stretch more into our hip flexors. So let me angle this correctly. We're going to be in a crab position. So you're going to be on your hands and feet. Now, from there, imagine you want to take a step forward. So from here, I'm stepping forward on one side and then bringing the other knee down. And then I'll step back. Step forward with the opposite leg, push my hips forward with the idea of going and touch down with the knee, and back. Step forward with your left, right knee goes down, and back. And keep alternating and do 10 each side. So the idea here is when I step and I go forward with my knee, I'm pushing through my hip and I'm squeezing my hip. What I don't want to do is simply arch my lower back. So I'm pushing through my hip to try go and touch forward. We're doing 10 each side. Nice job, guys. So we worked on rotation of the hips. We worked now the hip flexors. We start taking the hamstrings into the equation as well. So the first movement is going to be sitting on one leg, and you're going to have the opposite one extended. From here, you're going to reach down to try to touch that foot. Then you're going to come up on your knee, squeeze your glutes so that you sink your hips down, pushing forward and knee over the toes. Again, I'm not arching my lower back, I'm always squeezing the buttock. And then you're going to push yourself back and relax down again. You're going to do for 10 reps each side. Good job.
How many times each side?
10 each side. And guys, if you know that your hamstrings are a bit of an issue and you really struggle with that position at the back, you can have your blocks as a support so that when you shift back, you can have your hands there to help you try to stretch out that front leg. And you may even just get to this sitting position with the legs stretched without reaching forward if this feels already enough work. Once you're done, sit down on the floor in a straddle position, so with your legs open. Okay, a couple of people just finishing off. Right, everybody's done. So guys, from this position, one last stretch is going to be one of our active stretches from the straddle position. So we're going to mainly target the hamstrings, but that means that we are going to also work both the hamstrings and the flexors. So from here, I want you to find a straddle position that you feel you can maintain and you can work in. So it's not going to be your maximum straddle, it's going to be something slightly less than that. Now from there, what we want to do is make sure that you're sitting on your sitting bones and you're pushing your belly button forward slightly. That may already give you a little bit of a stretch at the top of your hamstrings. If you feel that this is too much, you can sit on something like a Abby mat, a pillow, something that raises your hips slightly. Now from there, we're going to turn towards one leg. Let's start working with the right one. So you're going to turn and face your knee. Your hands are going to be either side of your right knee. You're going to point your toes. Sorry, I can't get everything. Let me see. You're going to point your toes. Now from here, the first thing we're going to do is to push down into the floor. So you're going to tense the leg as much as you can. We're going to go together and I put the timer, but we're going to drive the leg into the floor as if you want to create a hole. Then we're going to relax and we're going to lift and hold. If you can't lift, you're just going to squeeze as much as you can your quads. So these muscles at the front to lock the knee and think about lifting. The muscles are still going to be working. After that, we're going to completely relax everything and then reach forward. So let me put the timer. We're going to go all together. Is everybody ready? Give me thumbs up if you are and if you have everything clear. Yeah, cool. So face your right knee, hands down to the floor. You're pointing your toes. Point the toes. Who's that? Javier. Point the toes. Your foot. Let's get a ballerina foot there. And let's push down. So activate those hamstrings. Push down into the floor as hard as you can. Keep pushing. Now relax, squeeze the quads, lift the leg and hold. Don't shift back, simply lift. Everything should cramping up almost at the front and into your belly. A little bit longer. 2, 1, relax, and then reach forward. And completely relax there. Now you're going to walk your hands back slightly, so they should be maybe half a hand further forward than where you were before, and we're going to repeat this. So in 3 seconds, we're going to go again, and squeeze everything, push that leg down into the floor. Push, push, push. Everything you have, squeeze those muscles. 3, relax. Now tense the quads, lift. Keep lifting, hold, squeeze everything, 5 seconds. Relax and completely relax and reach forward. We stay there, guys. Ten more seconds. Now come up slightly. You should feel that you're fairly comfortable, almost one hand in front of where you started. We're going to do one more round of this. So let's run the timer up. So we're going in 5 seconds. Get ready and point your toes, squeeze everything down into the ground. Push down as hard as you can. 5 seconds. Push. Relax. And we're going to lift up. Hold. Keep holding 5 seconds. Squeeze that quad, the knees locked. 2, 1, relax. And last one, really reach forward. Relax completely onto the leg. We're going to hold this last one for 1 minute, guys. Halfway, keep breathing, deep breath in, and with every exhalation, you're trying to relax a little bit more and reach down and forward a bit more. And we're going to slowly walk the hands back and sit up. Now you should feel quite a lot of difference between the two legs. We're going to repeat the same on the left one. So from here, hands either side of your left knee. Should feel a lot stiffer going onto that side. But we try to balance everything up. So we're going in 3 seconds, point the toes, and let's go. Squeeze as hard as you can, that leg down into the ground. Squeeze. Relax and lift. Keep the quads locked, knee locked. 3, 2, 1, relax and relax forward. Now walk your hands back. You should feel comfortable. Alpha hand to a hand further away than where you started. We're going again in 3. And let's go. Point your toes, squeeze that leg down into the ground. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as hard as you can. And relax and lift. Squeeze the quad, lock the knee, even if it doesn't come up. Hold 5 seconds. And relax, reach forward. Come back up. Again, you should feel quite comfortable, a good hand in front of where you started. And we go for the last one in 2, 1, and squeeze down into the ground. As hard as you can. Relax, lift, hold. Keep holding 5 seconds. And relax. We hold this 1 minute. Completely relax down. Deep breath in and out. Last 15 seconds. And slowly walk your hands up. Deep breath in and out. And we are all done, guys. Hopefully those legs will feel a lot better. I'm here for a few minutes if anybody has any questions. Otherwise, enjoy your Sunday. Unfortunately, it's not as sunny as yesterday.
Thank you, Sonia.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Sonia. Bye.
Thank you, Sonia.
Bye.
Good day.
Bye.